Good morning and welcome to the show. It is the end of the week and I'm very excited because it's my first Friday on the show with Cake Club. At first I thought we were going to eat them, but no, we just see photos. But I do really want to see your sweet creations. Oh, I'm hearing hot news. Next week you've got real cakes. Send us in your email pictures with cakes or any kind of sweet treats and I'll give you the details in a moment how to do that. Speaking of sweet creations, we have some right here in the studio. We've got ice cream maker Matt O'Connor. He caused a storm when he made ice cream out of breast milk. He's been creating again, and one recipe requires an intravenous drip. You might have just seen it there, that green bag by the side of him. He's got great flavour ideas for you to make at home as well. Normal stuff with normal milk. And two people who must get through tons of ice cream living in Summer Bay are Home and Away's Lynne McGranger and Lisa Gormley. That's Irene and Bianca in the soap, and we're getting the latest sizzling storylines from them in just a minute. And closer to home, we sent Josie Gibson to visit some of the amazing feathered friends we have in this country. Admittedly, she's not your stereotypical twitcher, but she will have you owling with laughter. Grin. Oh. So stay tuned for that. And if that Josie doesn't make you laugh, we've got another one. Comedian Josie Lawrence. She's picking up a baton to become an apprentice conductor in the return of BBC's hit series Maestro. Brilliant. And here to help is Dr. Max Pemberton. Now today we're focusing on children's mental health, so whether you're concerned about your child's attention span or think they may have a problem with autism or an eating disorder or anything behavioural, then get in touch with Max. He's a brilliant psychiatrist, and send in your questions. If you have a question for Max or you want to show off your sweet creation, contact us by email, which is live@channel5.com, or if you're on Twitter you can tweet us at livewithon5. And don't forget to include hashtag, and if you can like us on Facebook and leave lots of comments on there as well. Now today's face in the frame is from Adrian Pocock. He said, "This is my son Dexter, who's only 22 months old, but he's feeding his little sister Seren. But that was just a couple of months ago." Isn't he fantastic? That's it, get them in there quick. And remember, you can get your loved one's face in this frame for a birthday surprise, anniversary, or simply because you just love them. Whatever you like, just email in a picture. Now, the Australian coastal town of Summer Bay is known for its tranquil beach, its well-kept caravan park, and a bustling surf club. It sounds perfect. Well, of course, not quite, because since 1987, there's also been over 90 deaths, compared to 20 births. And one of the most common causes of death is murder, with the odd shark attack. Living in the drama are actresses Lynne McGranger and Lisa Gormley, who play Irene Roberts and Bianca Scott in the popular soap Home and Away. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
So lovely to see you girls. Amazing. I've been watching the last couple of days. You've been here with Matthew, both of you. And you only got off the flight about 12 hours ago.
Yes, not long ago.
And you both must be just buzzing, and you're smiling and being all effervescent.
Running off adrenaline.
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah, I think
Have you had a chance
coffee.
since you arrived, the night before last, I think, wasn't it?
Yes, Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Evening.
Have you had a chance to just settle a little bit and do a bit of London?
Really. Oh, well, we went and saw Blood Brothers last night, which was absolutely brilliant, with the wonderful Paula Pallister / Tappenden and Kevin Pallister. It was just amazing.
And I got to go to the opening of Ballet Revolution in the Peacock Theatre, which was fabulous.
Lovely.
On my first night, jet lag, going, wow, sequins, Cuban music. So happy.
Are you a dancer then?
I love dancing. I wouldn't call myself a dancer. I do dance when there's music around me.
Do you have the Strictly Come Dancing in Australia?
We do. What do they call it? Dancing with the Stars.
Dancing with the Stars. Have you done it?
No.
I'd love to.
There you are. You said it out loud. There you are.
Yeah, we would love to do
it.
We could do it together.
Come over here and do it. I'm not fussy. Don't mind.
Lynne, playing Irene, you joined Home and Away 20 years ago?
It's coming up for 20, Fern. I first started as a guest artist in August 1992, so...
You were a drunken, feckless mother.
Yes, nothing's changed.
I was all right.
Oh, you mean on screen? Sorry.
Yes, I was. I tried to throttle my kids. You know, you try to murder one or two children and everyone wants a piece of you. But I did arrive. When I arrived in the Bay, my character had given up the booze and I was trying to make amends with my three children.
which you've done successfully ever since.
Well, that's certainly Irene's raison d'etre has been to make up for the fact that she was such a rotten mother and, bring in children and people and, older kids and love them and nurture them and send them on their way.
And in real life, of course, the irony
I hate
is...
kids. No.
The irony is you abandoned your own daughter because you got a job in Home and Away. No, I'm
yes,
joking.
that's right.
But she was only a baby, wasn't she?
She was.
She's known nothing but this.
It was quite bizarre, really, because I wasn't going to have children. And my husband, in my late 30s, my husband came home and went, let's have a child. And I went, are you kidding me? I mean, now, because the, clock's ticking. Well, as fortune would have it, I fell pregnant that night. Seriously, I would have bred like a rabbit had I not used contraception. Seriously, I fell pregnant that night and haven't had sex since. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. So fell pregnant that night and I'm like, okay, how's this going to work? So I said to Paul, be careful what you wish for. I said to Paul, you know what, I think I need a soap. So after, I've nurtured the baby for 12 months or so, I'll get a soap, you stay home, be a stay-at-home dad, and I'll go out and work. Voila.
Wow.
It was just amazing. And my lovely husband, I don't know many men who would do that, but he's gone, yes, I don't have to work again. That's fabulous. But he's been marvellous and he's nurtured her and brought her up and taken her to ballet lessons and netball lessons and done all that. And
it must be tough on you, though, when you have to get up at what time in the morning?
Oh, all
long
stupid
days.
times. Stupid o'clock most days.
Yeah.
But he was there, you see, so I knew. I've seen people come and go from the show, women with young children whose husbands also work. And they just could not deal with it.
We were talking about it yesterday on The Right Stuff. Like, it's a really hard industry to be able to balance that. So for you to do it, and Georgie Parker has done it as well, and have successful careers, and it's just, it's inspiring that maybe one day.
But it is having a man around the house who is prepared to forego his own career and be the chief caregiver. Wonderful.
It's all about being a partnership, though, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Trying to juggle it together.
Absolutely.
But Clancy, your daughter, is now in her 3rd year at drama school?
That's correct. I tried to beat it out of her, but she just... No, she is, and she has. It surprises me. If you'd have said to me 6 years ago she was going to be at drama school and belting out Adele songs and teaching dance and doing all of that,
is she?
I would have gone, yeah, right, I don't think so. And she is. She's just blossomed, but she's also clever enough to know, Fern, that she's not going to... What Mum does is so bizarre in the scheme of things, 20 years in the one gig.
Yeah.
She realises that most actors spend most of their life out of work looking for jobs.
Saying it to you last night, like you and Ray have such a beautiful sort of stable, place on Home and Away.
As long as we behave
and you get to go
ourselves.
away and do things. And
we get to come here, get to do pantomime, do all
Well,
sorts
I know
of
you were
things.
saying to Matthew earlier, if you've just been watching Matthew, the pantomime this year in Weymouth. You missed last year because your mum wasn't so well.
My mum's 89, God bless her, and she's silly as a chook. But, that's okay. When I'm 89, I'll be dribbling and climbing walls. But, Mum is...
you already are.
Oh, well, I already am. But we decided... she's now in a village, a retirement village, which is wonderful. So it's taken... and they love her and they nurture her.
And
she's
feels
put on weight.
And
She's put on weight at 89 and it's marvellous.
Enjoying things.
So we decided to stay at home, plus we'd moved. And it was lovely having a rest, but by golly, I missed coming and I missed seeing my beautiful friends around the countryside, particularly my lovely friends in York, where I usually have a second Christmas. And this year I'm coming back and I'll be at Weymouth playing the evil one in Jack and the Beanstalk. So I'm very excited. I love it.
She fairy who?
Fairy is very misleading. Fairy Flesh Creep. I know, a fabulous name, isn't it? I know. Well, Flesh Creep is the traditional giant's advocate on earth, you see, but being a lady, a woman, it's now Fairy Flesh Creep.
Well, we're sitting next to you. It's lovely to see you again, Lisa. You were here yesterday with Matthew. Now you're here. You must be exhausted, but you've actually come home. You're an English girl.
Yeah, I was saying, I've been saying that too. I'm like, every taxi driver I've spoken to, it feels like home. I love it here.
Do you?
It really does feel like a bit of heritage, a bit of bit of past.
How old were you when you went off to Australia?
I was 3.
3, yeah, exactly.
Don't
So you
remember
really
a whole
remember
lot.
this, yeah.
No, I don't remember a
And
lot,
then-
but it's very rich within my family. Like,
But you grew up in Tasmania, which is...
yeah, in Adelaide and Tasmania. And
Tasmania sounds hot and dusty
Oh,
and
no,
arid.
it's
and-
no.
So what is it?
It's very British-like, isn't it? With the
yeah, well,
rolling
that was
green
the problem.
hills.
We went from Yorkshire. It was too cold, and my parents wanted some more opportunities for me and themselves. And went to Adelaide, which was too hot, and then went to Tassie, which is just sort of right. It's right in the middle. They've got 50 acres of rainforest up a mountain, and they're living at large.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you did a bit of flying stint. You were
I was an air hostess for 2 years out of
And you say you
Heathrow.
used your psychology on the passengers.
Well, reverse psychology, yeah. They used to come on with a lot of baggage, and I was explaining this to Lynne when
Emotional?
We flew over all kind of... oh, that was clever. Just really unhappy. I obviously have really stressful, high-powered jobs, and they come in and they kind of take it out on you, especially if it's a delay or anything like that, and there's nothing we can do. So I just try and be as nice as possible to them, and by the end of the flight they'd be apologising for being so rude. But you meet a lot of characters. It was a really good study.
Yeah. Well, having any kind of charm about your personality is very good. It opens doors.
Yeah.
And after you'd done the flying, you then did some drama school, and 2 years ago you landed the job in Home and Away straight out of drama school.
Yeah, that's I'm a myth as well. Like you, like we were just like, really, we do this? I studied for 3 years in Sydney at NIDA, and then 3 months later got this gig through an audition. And yeah, still sort of pinching myself.
And great gig. I mean, it's it's like EastEnders and Coronation Street here. You have Home and Away and Neighbours over there. They are huge. You are huge. It's fantastic to have you here.
Thank you,
We're
love.
going to give you something challenging to taste a little bit later.
Oh.
Yes. You must have had lots of ice cream in Summer Bay and in Australia, surely.
Certainly in Australia, in Summer Bay, I think it's fake, isn't it?
Oh.
I know.
Yeah, it's
I'm not
plastic.
liking it
We're
quite
not
so
allowed to
much.
eat the props. We do, but we're not allowed to.
Well, in this glorious weather we're having, it is ice cream weather, and they're going to be tasting some from the man who's known for making ice cream with breast milk, amongst other things. Matt O'Connor is showing us his latest creations, and we're a little apprehensive. Also, we're meeting the woman who's conquered the East End, the West End, and now she's taking on the world of opera, comedian Josie Lawrence, after the break.